The Scientist is a horror movie that was released in 2020 and directed by Derrick Granado. This is a low budget independent film that I watched on Tubi. And it has to do with zombies, but it doesn't have to do necessarily with the zombie apocalypse or outbreak, but more so what caused it and what started it. Um, these stories have been done many, many times, so they are a dime a dozen. And this film, it has a lot of heart to it, but it doesn't necessarily bring anything new to the table at all. It's basically about this guy who he's married. His wife gets sick through this illness that basically is eventually going to put her into a coma, and she's inevitably going to be dying within the year, most likely. And he's a scientist, and he basically works searching for cures, but he mostly works in creating medicine. And this kind of goes along with the theme of the movie where he's not supposed to find a cure for anything. He's supposed to develop medicine which is designed to fight whatever people end up getting and when they get sick kind of thing, because that's where the money is. We all know these plot scenarios, but he takes it upon himself to design something to cure his wife, and in the process he kind of plays God and doesn't realize the damaging things that could happen and do happen, obviously. Even when he sees the stuff slowly happening, he kind of tries to ignore it as best he can. But this film, like I said, it's a low budget film, and it's independent, so you can tell. And it, it's not, it's hard to describe. Like, the passion behind it is very clear, but the acting is very, very mediocre. The lead of the movie, I don't know if they're a professional actor or not, but they kind of fluctuate. The main actor, I mean, the guy who plays the scientist, he kind of fluctuates in his acting. Like, sometimes it's really terrible, and then other times it's very passable, and then other times it's not bad at all. It's very, very strange. Mostly though, it is pretty subpar, and that goes for everybody in the film. And I found some really mediocre sound design in this film too. Um, just the way, like, they would like with zombie groans and with sound effects that were going on would not match anything, and it just felt really lazy in that aspect. This film got a 2.9 on IMDb. I don't know if it deserves something that low, but I don't know. At the end of the day, this film just felt a little bit lazy and lackluster. Um, Although you could, like, watching it, I can tell that there was something there, especially when the film went on as it reached its climax. Um, like, for instance, there's a nurse that takes care of the woman who's dying, and this nurse is one of the first to become a zombie. The scientist basically locks her away and keeps her out of sight because he's responsible for murdering her, and he doesn't want anybody to find out that, what he's doing, and people to shut him down, and this to be exposed because it'll be his ass on the line kind of thing. And then she's down there, but then people start discovering her, and then the other people start getting infected, sorry. And the zombie design is pretty cool. I like how they use some CGI to whiten the eyes of the zombies, and they look really creepy. There's also a dream sequence involving him and his wife, where his wife basically reanimates. It's a dream sequence, but she reanimates, and she looks amazing in that scene. So there was some care and detail taken towards the, like, character design and zombie design and stuff like that. But you can tell that a lot of people behind the scenes and in production were not professional, you could say. So if you can get past all that, though, it's not the worst thing I've ever watched when it comes to low budget cinema. It's actually pretty watchable, and like I said, there's certain things you watch and you can tell it's, nobody cared, but this film is not like that. And although it doesn't play with anything unique, it's still worth watching, and it's not that long either. And to be quite honest, actually, if you watch this film as a comedy, it also does have like some comedic elements to it as well. Especially with some like goofy dialogue and goofy performances and stuff like that. Overall, it's just fine. I didn't have a terrible time with it. It has certain things going for it way better than other things, and it was just an alright watch on Tubi. So if you get a chance to watch it, and if you're a diehard zombie fan, I wouldn't miss this one. But other than that, this film's not going to sell you on much unless you already are a genre fan and you're in there kind of having love and passion for cinema and projects like this, which I do. So, like I said, it's not horrible, but it's not the best thing I've ever seen either. So, know who you are getting into it kind of thing. That's really all I got on the scientists. So subscribe to Morgan Film Fan if you like to listen to my voice, or if you like my film reviews. I will be back with more soon, so stay tuned for those. Check out what's on the channel already. Stay tuned for what's coming. Until next review, have a good one. Take care and cheers.